Hey, it's DJ Krez here with Hog Blog, and we're here with Maka Maka. How you doing today, sir?
I'm quite alright, how are you?
Pretty good. So just starting off, tell us how you got your name and where you're from.
Alright, well I'm from Kentucky, the good old bluegrass state, and I got my name from Google Translator. I was just looking for a cool sounding name to name this guy right here. That's Maka Maka himself, or an extension of myself. The word Maka is an Indonesian term that means then. So to me, saying Maka Maka is kind of like saying then and then. And we'll have like a whole label to go with that called Then and Then Music that parallels Maka Maka music.
Okay, so you're building like a whole culture around the brand.
Right.
Okay, so do you have any recent releases?
I've got some little demo snippets on SoundCloud, but most of everything is I'm kind of like building a whole press package and everything right now to all release at the same time.
Like a full EP?
Yeah, like a full EP in multiple genres of music. I'm getting kind of a whole like live music scheme together. I don't necessarily want to DJ forever. I want to have like a band kind of.
Like live?
Yeah, like live performances. Yeah. When I show you my music, you'll start to see that I have like natural elements to my music. I'm trying to bring in.
So you would incorporate like samples while you're producing, but then reproduce it live.
Right. Like I would be kind of like the master. Like everybody kind of plugs into my laptop, and I kind of mix it all from there. But we'll have like
semi-electronic, semi-acoustic.
Right, I've got a flamenco guitar player named Rodolfo Troncoso. We've got some brass players and some singers.
That sounds kind of new. Like, I don't think I've heard anything like that.
Yeah, right. I'm trying to keep it interesting out here.
What are your influences, and how has Miami influenced your sound?
Well, I grew up in Kentucky and was playing in death metal bands as a teenager. So like, Lamb of God and Killswitch Engage, all that whole metalcore scene from Massachusetts is where a lot of my influence comes from, and then the rhythms of gent music, bands like Periphery, from all the syncopation stuff. That's where my real heart is, all that angry music. But
it brings energy with it. So.
Yeah, of course. Then I started listening to Bar 9. They got me into dubstep and everything, and started making electronic music after that.
What kind of elements or sounds do you incorporate into your music? You mentioned some of the live aspect of it. Can you elaborate?
As far as performances, I'll tell you about this. We're trying to do this whole thing called the Papa Trunk Tour right now. It's actually my roommate's idea. He's a graphic designer and does all my kind of promotional stuff.
What has been the greatest contribution to your success so far?
I would have to say the Art Institute of Miami, honestly. That was kind of my landing pad for Miami. I just jumped in the dorms and started hanging out with people that are doing the same thing I'm trying to do, and made some really cool connections at that school. I can tell you about that, more about that later.
So what's your biggest accomplishment so far?
I would have to say it's this track I'm working on right now. It's called Melt Away, and it's a dubstep track. And I can show you that in here in a little bit. But and that's why I say the Art Institute is the most valuable to me, because this song I'm working on is with a guy named Richard Leonard, and he goes by Modicon out here. And he's working with some really awesome artists right now. I don't know if you guys have heard of a band.
Is he a local?
Yeah, he's local. Have you heard of Black Tide? The singer of Black Tide, his name's Gabriel Garcia. He's doing a feature with me on a dubstep track, and that's like, I would have never imagined to be able to do something like that with an industry-leading professional.
So it's like some cross-genre kind of thing?
It's gonna be straight like kind of pop dubstep. It's super heavy, pretty kind of music with a nice chorus and everything.
Stay tuned.
Yeah, shout out to Emoticon for the hookup on Gabriel Garcia.
What's next for you? Like, I know you kind of mentioned all that before, but just kind of like a recap of what your next steps are going to be.
The next steps are to finish the EPs I've got one coming out called Cheetah Chariot, which is kind of a less serious, like party music kind of EP, and then I've got another one coming out that's where my real heart is with the music and the live kind of organic type music. And once we put those EPs out, it's going to be all guerrilla marketing from there. Hitting the streets with stickers and spray paint and random stuff. Shoot, we got a festival coming up in Milltown, Indiana. It's me and my brother's little company called Dream Factory. I don't know if that's a legal name yet, but it's a little festival. Here you go, Bacchanalia 2014. I don't know if you can see that, but or that one. But it's like an all genres music festival. We got electronic dance music, rock bands, and everything, and that's really gonna kind of kick off the year for me as far as trying to make it happen. You know, you can find all of my music, and you can find a form to fill out about collaborations and all my goods and services and whatnot at makamakamusic.com. You can find out more about Bacchanalia Fest at bacchanaliafest.com. That's BACCHANALIA. This is Maka Maka, and you're watching Hog Blog TV.